All right, guys, welcome back to Getting Swole. Got episode 5 here for you guys, I believe. Back and rear delts. All right, today's January 8th. All right, episode 4 was chest and biceps. Hit that on Monday. Was feeling very sore. Yesterday, which was Tuesday, decided to take off. Pushed my back and rear delts day to the 8th, Wednesday today. And you saw right there, did 185 on the lat pull down, and that is not including the resistance of this lat pull down machine. Got it for 6 last week. All right, looking at the last workout I had, you guys can see the second one down there. Lat pull down, 185 for 6. I think a few partials in it, 3 partials after. Got 8 there, the 8th rep. I think it counted. I got below my chin, or just about below my chin. I think it counted. 8 there, then did 1 partial, failed 9 or whatever. And gonna go for another one of that same weight, 185. So got 2 more reps on it. I know last week I did pull-ups a set before lat pull down, but gonna stick with lat pull down today. Just kind of switch things up a little bit, and then we're gonna get on with the workout. So let's get to set number 2. All right, finished up with a drop there. Went down 20 pounds to, I think it was 165. And you guys might be wondering, or, maybe if you're just a nerd and you just realize like stupid little things, you're probably like, this was only 160, right? It's not 165 because you got 245s plus 235s, which is 160, right? 90 plus 70. But what you guys are forgetting is the weight holder. And I think it's actually more than 5 pounds. I just put 5 pounds, add 5 pounds. I don't really care. Whatever feels hard is hard for me, all right? Like I said in the past video, I hate going to any commercial gym and like every different weight stack machine, pulley machine is just different. I just hate how that is a thing, but you can't really avoid it. I'm very fortunate enough to have this space, this garage, to have a home gym like this. But next workout's going to be low pulley row, and Gonna do 2 sets of this. And then after that, gonna do a back and rear delt dumbbell fly, you know, when I go like this. And then that'll probably get me nice and warmed up for the big guy. All right, that's barbell rows. And I'm probably just gonna move some weight around. All right, I'm gonna have to look at the weight I did last week. I'm pretty sure it was 275. And, you know, might go up 5 pounds depending on how many reps I did last week. Again, I gotta look at that and, you know, make my decision based off of last week's workout. But yeah, let's get right into the low pulley row. All right, ended up getting 10 on that second set of the low pulley row. And I definitely had a few more left in the tank. I mean, you guys could probably tell that by watching it. And the reason I didn't do a few more is because I'm saving a lot of my energy for the barbell row. All right, barbell row is a very taxing movement, and I usually do 2 sets of it. I don't do 1, I do 2. And I want to be dialed in for that because I am going to go up on it. I've decided to go up 5 pounds, and we're going to see if I can break what I got last week. But before that, going to go into dumbbell rear delt flies. And this is I like to call this a forgotten exercise because nobody does it, all right? And nobody really has a need to do it because there's the pec deck fly machine 2-in-1 with the rear delt fly, right? When you have that at a commercial gym, why even do the dumbbell version? But if there's only one of them at your gym, I would definitely recommend trying the dumbbell one out because, in my personal opinion, it is a lot harder. All right, and the reason for it being so much harder than the machine version is because you have to really use your body to kind of move the weight around. All right, and that's, of course, if you're doing heavier weights with it. If you're not really accustomed to doing it, you should definitely start out light. But when you get up there in weights, it's like you got to learn how to use your hip hinge, okay? A lot of athletes know how to do that. They just have been doing it for so long, you know, regarding whatever sport they played. But you really got to hinge the hips and just really have to time it up with your lower half. Dropping my freaking pen here. And your upper half. And a lot of guys would be like, you know, that's not optimal. You're not dialing in on the rear delt. And, you know, there's a time and place for that. All right. But when you're looking to move some weight, get stronger, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do it this way. So I'm going to hop into that right now. And let me just check what I did last week for the rear delt flies. This was January 1st. I did the 65s for 8 reps, and set 2 was the 50s for 12. All right, so I'm gonna do the 65s again, and I'm gonna try to break that 8 rep range, or rep mark, I should say. Try to get 9, maybe 10, see how it goes. Might be a little too much cheating involved, but we'll see. And then set 2, if I do get that, I'm going to go that same way, all right? Going to forget about the 50s for today and try to repeat whatever I do with the 65s the first set. So let's get into it. And you guys also might be wondering why I'm doing this before barbell row. You might be thinking that it's going to make me a little too tired before doing barbell row, but the truth of the matter is I like doing this first because the barbell row also involves a little bit of a hip hinge, right? If you're using your whole body, you're trying to move some weight. So I like doing this first because it kind of puts the lower body into it, where before I was doing lat pull down, low pulley row, lower body's pretty obsolete during those 2 movements. So maybe not obsolete, but it's not really moving around. It's just kind of staying stabilized up against something. But yeah, got 65s here. Let's move some freaking weight. Whew. 10, 1 partial. And I like doing the lighter weights quick. Okay, I might start off a few reps you saw there slow and controlled, but I usually like doing them very quickly. Want to be nice and explosive. So I'm going to hop up to 185 now. Probably just do like three reps maybe. I don't know. Back's feeling fine right now. I'm glad I took yesterday off. Doing a chest and biceps and a back and rear delts back to back is not always the best thing. That's why I usually take a gap day. But the good thing about training 4 days a week is that you can kind of shuffle the days around, depending on how you're feeling. That's why I love doing it. All right, hopping up to 225, and this will be my last set off of the rack here. I usually don't like doing this. It's just a pain in the ass to rack a 45 when the bar's on the ground, especially when there's another 45 on. And then from there, I'll do a deadlift from the ground up. That's the way I like doing it. And then I'll go into it. Now, back to what I was saying before. I like doing a 4-day, a week split workout or whatever. I don't know why I jumble my words like that, but I like doing a 4-day split because if I'm not feeling the greatest, just like yesterday was a perfect example, I can just push it back another day. I don't have to worry about all my days getting jumbled up, right? I used to train 6 days a week, and there were a lot of weeks where I was just like, I don't really feel like hitting legs this Wednesday. I'll just push it off, right? And then you miss a workout, then, you end up missing 2 workouts because soreness kind of just creeps in like that when you're training that much, okay? But that is why I like doing the 4-day a week split. Really have been enjoying it. So 225 for a few reps here. You know what? I'm going to pick this one up off the ground too. Really don't like coming out of a rack and then into a row. Alrighty, I'm writing down 7 for that. That was a new weight that I have not tried yet. That was 285, added 10 pounds from last week. Last week was 275 for 9. Form was obviously better last week, but I'm not really worried too much about the form for the first set that I do with that, and that is the heavy set, right, where I'm just trying to move weight. This next set is going to be lower weight, and I'm just going to, control it a lot more. You guys will see that in a few moments. But there comes a time in your training career, I guess you can call it, you're going to get there, trust me. And if you already did, you'll know what I'm talking about. There comes a time when you got to get your body, used to heavier weights, okay? You really need to expose it to that. That's what I'm looking for, expose, all right? You got to expose your body to the heavier weights, okay? And it might be ugly, right? But you can't worry about that, okay? You can't worry about the people that are like, oh, your form's not perfect, right? Your form's not great. Doesn't matter, okay? When it's hard, all right, when it's hard to lift the weights and your body needs to resort to, moving a little differently in order to get the weight up, you're only going to adapt stronger, all right? You're going to come back stronger than ever before, and you just got to expose your body to the new weight, okay? You can't keep doing the same weights over again with the slow and controlled form, okay? I'm not saying not to train like that. I'm just saying there's a time and place for it, all right? When you're natural, like me, lifetime natty, always will be, God bless, and you got to switch things up, okay? You got to challenge yourself, and that's why you guys see me sometimes not doing the best of form, really, sometimes using my body to overcompensate and get the lift up, but you got to do it, okay? And I'm seeing results doing it, so who is somebody to say, oh, your form's not perfect, right? No duh, all right? That's the point, okay? But let's get into set number 2. Last week I did, let's look at this real quick. I did 245 for 12. So I'm going to go back to that, and I'm really going to try to control it though, All right, not worried about breaking reps here. Just going to control it and really feel it out. But I am putting 7 for that first set. And let's say 1 partial after. I'll probably go back to 275 next week. Or you know what? I shouldn't say that. I probably will do 285 again. And try to get 8. All right, just throw the weight around. Right, whatever. But let's get to 245. Let's do it. Whew. Forgotten exercise number 2, all right, the dumbbell pullover. Great exercise. Make sure I don't get one of these freaking screw things in my freaking face. Gotta love spin lock dumbbells. Oh God, that was loud. Whew. I like don't know where to put it when I get to that. It's just like throw it, you know. All right, just 1 set of that. Now pullovers are great workout, not only because they hit the lats, right? They stretch them back, but if you breathe the right way, you know, this is what they used to call the breathing pullovers. You can actually develop the thorax a little bit, which a lot of silver era guys and also golden era guys did. So added those back into the program like a month ago, and I love them. You know, very old school, and really only 1 set. They only used to do 1 set of 20, and might be going up on those next week because I did more than 20 there. Definitely did more than 20. I gotta watch the video back and count it. All right, finishing off with, do that again. Finishing off with the low back deadlift, of course. Last week I did 315 for 9. So I'm gonna go for 10 here. All right, if you guys don't know what the low back deadlift is, it's basically just kind of like an RDL. You just don't hit the ground. All right, you never come to a dead stop. You're keeping the tension the entire time. Of course, you're hip hinging as well. Just right what I got for the pullovers there. Go up. I'm just going to call it deadlift. Alrighty, 315, let's get it. Come on. Freaking lost count there. Holy shit. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. I have dropped a few pounds by choice. Okay. I lowered the creatine dosage to 5 grams. I was at 7.5. And, kind of lost a little bit of water weight, but not much. I'm down to 205 and a half now. So looking pretty good. Still got the, this is where most of my fat stays. Yeah, feeling better too. I felt very bloated when I was taking that much creatine, but I really think that was it. And I cut down snacking a little bit. I know I told you guys I was eating those Lara bars. I was eating like 4 of them a day, just snacking every hour. And now I'm down to like maybe one. Sometimes, usually I don't even eat one. So let's do some posing though. Why am I doing biceps? Today was back day. That's really all I got for back. I don't really know any other back poses, but hope you guys enjoy. All right, let me know if you like this type of mic or the voiceovers. I'm probably gonna switch on and off for the voiceovers and stuff because sometimes I just can't really think of much to talk about besides the workout. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys for the next one, all right?